Hello, it's Nikki. Today I want to share some realness. I'm looking at my phone at the same time because I've got some notes to share with you. I want to share some realness, and before I kick off, I need you to know that I'm sharing this because I want you to know what's possible. And I want you to stay in that place of possibility of, well, she can do it. I might be able to do it. So there's nothing showy offy about this. There's nothing that I want you to think that I'm going, yeah, so I'm kind of got it all figured out. I really haven't. And yeah, it's been interesting, as with all of these things. When your business grows, so does your personal development. And sometimes you don't want to do it. And sometimes it brings up all kinds of nonsense that you're not expecting. So I'm recording this on May the 28th, 2020. And we're coming to the end, fingers crossed, hopefully, of lockdown, of things changing slightly. And these last few months have been quite the roller coaster for all of us as we navigate through this. But today, when I was looking at things, I noticed some interesting points. The first is I've never had as much web traffic to my website. It's been really incredible, that sort of percentage increase. I also looked at the insights on my Instagram, and I've never had so much engagement as I have in the month of May. And I don't know how long I've been on Instagram, maybe, I don't know, 10 years? Is it 10 years old? A long time, anyway. I also looked at my bank account, and I'm not going to share numbers because I'm not there yet in terms of being brave and doing that. But May has been the month that I've earned the most amount of money in a month in about 3 years. So again, that's really interesting as a contrast to, I guess, all the negativity and all the madness that's kind of going out there as well. And also, I've seen a huge spike in my podcast stats, and we've got 3 days to go as well in May, and I'm coming to the end of this month going, okay, this is really interesting. And I tell you what, which you won't want to hear probably, is even though that has all happened in May, nothing is perfect. Like, nothing is like, okay, great, then that's all sorted. I have still had my days where I don't want to show up, or I don't want to do it, or I'm tired, or I can't see the wood for the trees, or I'm growly with my family. Like, all of that stuff has still come up. Even though I thought that when I got to this stage of having the kind of the numbers in place, I thought it wouldn't come up, and it does, which is a shame. Anyway, I wanted to share 5 things. I've locked myself out of my own phone now. Brilliant. Okay, I wanted to share 5 things that have really helped me to do this. So at the beginning of May, I got really clear. And I am a visual person, so I took several sheets of A4 and I created a grid. And I broke it all down in that grid. So say I created what my money goal was. I created a number of squares within that grid. And then each day, as that kind of number went up, I coloured a bit more in. So I had that visual every day. So it wasn't just a random number where I was like, oh, I want to earn this month, and then kind of forgot about it. I was checking in and I was looking at it every day and like, okay, I see you. And that has been really helpful throughout the month, where I could work out like technically where I should be and then where I was. And if I wasn't where I should be, like I needed to, put some wheels in motion basically. So I did that for all of my goals. I made them really tangible. I looked at them every single day. Again, this is such a simple thing. It's a thing that I tell my clients. Make sure you're checking in with your goals every day. For the most part, I haven't. I haven't done that, and I need to, and I need to stop being random about it. So I got really clear about what I was working towards. Also, I'm throwing it out there. I set some bigger goals than I thought was possible. So I've actually surpassed the goal that was sort of my safe goal. Like, oh, yeah, that will be quite cool. But equally, I'm open to what I can do in the last 3 days of the month as well. So it might be really interesting to see if I could reach that stretch goal, because now I'm over the first line of what I wanted to do and I've done it, and seeing what's next. The second thing that I did, I ran, I walked, I got moving, even when I didn't want to. So my daughter is nearly 10 months. Aside from whether you have a baby or not, or where you're kind of up to, if you can move, if you can walk, if you can run, do any of what you can. And I set a goal again for 100k movement in May, and I did it probably by the 21st of May, and I made a real commitment to working on that. And I had all those things like, I don't have time, I'm so busy, there's other things that need my attention. But ultimately, if I can get those things in, everything else is much easier. I'm more focused, I'm clearer headed, my mood is better, I can focus when I need to. So when I have those pockets of time for work, I'm not sitting down going, okay, what shall I work on? Like, I can think straight, and that has been really key. Also, that is when the ideas come flowing and when things start to make sense. Also, having that time for myself is a really great opportunity to put some good stuff in my ears. So whether that's an audiobook, whether that's a motivational podcast, whether that's some big tunes that are going to raise my vibration, it's really helped. So moving, running, walking, all that good stuff. Number 3, I had more early nights and more self-care than ever before, which doesn't make sense, does it? Like, actually going for it and getting really good results, surely that meant like I just worked harder, and it really didn't. It meant that taking care of myself allowed me just to cruise a little bit and to go to bed and get some shut-eye as and when I really needed it. It's so key. If I don't have sleep, I can't do anything. So this thing about hustle harder or work till 2 a.m, it's just never going to work. Sometimes, however, there have been times where I've got up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I've worked. That feels doable to me. That feels much more doable to me than working till 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm much more of an early riser. So really understanding what I needed to do in terms of that self-care. I've put in a really good skincare routine as well. That's a video maybe. I'm not a beauty blogger, but it's an interesting conversation. So I put in some really good self-care time where every night, every morning, I do my skincare routine. And that's been really interesting in making sure that I'm present and that I'm having those switch off times from, day-to-day life and busyness and really focusing. Number 4, hang about. My phone is locked again. Thanks for bearing with me. Okay, number 4, when I had energy, I went all in, and when I didn't, I pushed back. So I try to really pay attention to the rhythms of my week. So when I had energy, like I've got energy now, I know that I'm going to make 5, 6, 7 videos. 5, 6, 7 videos. I'm going to do that because I've got the energy, I've got the brain power, I've got the capacity, I'm excited to do it. But on those days where I'm like, this feels really tough, do something else, step back, think about other ways that you can use your business. And that's not to say that maybe part of my the old voices that will play in my head, like, oh, do the videos tomorrow, or that top that you were going to wear is not clean. No, I had to listen to the energy. If I had energy, then I'm going to do it in that way. And that's been really useful in terms of growing my business. Do the stuff really well that you love doing with loads of energy, and the other stuff, outsource it, or just kind of step back from it and think about a way that you can do it in a kind of easier way. Actually, the strategy stuff of it shouldn't be that difficult. It's the old mindset that is the tricky thing quite often. The final thing that I really have considered this month is really thinking about who I want to be and what I want to do, and questioning the decisions that I'm making. So when I get stuck in procrastination, or if I'm just being in negative self-talk, or I'm saying I want the thing but I'm not doing the thing, I question, is the action that I'm taking in the moment, is it getting me closer to where I want to go or not? And then in that moment, I can make that decision. Okay, am I going to do the thing or not? And if it's not, it's like, whoa, well, why? And if it is, then automatically I get that little nudge of, well done, like you're moving closer to the vision. Well done, you're betting on yourself and you're going for it. It's been a really interesting moment. So that, especially to go back to point 2, has helped with the running. Some days I'm like, I don't feel like that in the slightest. And I'm having that thought as I'm putting the stuff on, as I'm squeezing myself into my leggings, going, no, because the person that you want to be is fit and healthy. And it feels really logical when you say it like that. I don't know why it took me so long to kind of realize that. But as I'm putting on my leggings, like, I'm not going to put on my leggings and then not go. And by putting them on and just starting to move my feet, I'm automatically moving closer to who I want to be, rather than be the person. And this has happened a lot over the years, where I'm like, oh, I was going to do that, but I didn't. Oh, I thought about that, but it didn't happen. No, I had to get serious with myself. So I hope those things have helped. 3 days to go. Let's see what we can do. And I hope you don't mind me sharing that. And I hope that you take this in the vein that it's meant, that even though the world is quite crazy and potentially scary and unpredictable at these times, there is stuff that you can do that will make you feel better. All right. Thanks so much for watching, for listening, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.